here with Mike Singer.
Hey, Mike, before the game, Malone told us that you guys expected the Jazz to play through Bojan. Is that the most frustrating part to come out of this, that was the game plan, you expected that to happen, and then he went off?
I mean, they're definitely running things through him. I think he had one of those nights where he was just making everything. We got to make it tougher for him, have him play inside the three-point line. But he just had one of those nights. There's a lot of things we could have done better, but all their guys were just getting way too many open threes. But he had a great game.
Ryan Blackburn.
Hey, Mike. Michael Malone talked about just multiple efforts and trying to get out to the three-point line as much as possible. How difficult is that on your body, especially in a season like this? And is that just sort of an underrated factor when talking about defense in today's NBA?
I mean, the elite teams do it. We got to do it every night, and we didn't really do that tonight. They had a lot of rhythm threes, so we definitely got to do better in that department.
Katie Wingy.
Hey, Mike. Paul getting 2 back-to-back starts now with all the injuries to the guards. What can you say about his professionalism and what he brings to this team? I know we talk about this a lot, but the fact that he can just slide right in, and especially tonight, putting up the numbers that he did.
Yeah, Paul is definitely. I mean, he's a pro's pro. He's taught me a lot on how to act as a pro. But he, like you said, he's a professional. There was games where he wasn't playing, and then now there's games where he's starting, and he's always going to be the same, very even keeled. So we all appreciate that about him.
Vinny Benedetto.
Hey, Michael, it seems like this might be like one of the more intense workloads you've had on the basketball court in a while. I guess, how are you feeling physically at this point in the season, and what kind of things are you doing to kind of manage, any of the nagging injuries or, small injuries, those kind of things?
I mean, I'm perfectly fine. I like to play basketball, so it's not like a hindrance for me to play all these games. I'm 22, so I don't really feel the need to take games off, take days off. People are concerned about my past back history or whatever, but that doesn't bother me at all. So I feel fine. I had an ankle sprain. That's almost back to 100%. It's not quite there yet, but I'm good.
Leonardo Torres.
Hi, Mike. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. Mike, what positive things can you take away from this loss against the Utah Jazz?
Yeah, I mean, that's right now, I think record-wise, they're the number one team in the NBA. And I just think that tonight we played hard. It was a good game, came down to the wire. We made some mistakes that we shouldn't have made, missed some open shots. But I feel like we easily could have won this game. It could have easily swung the other way. So that's a positive, it's a good test for us. Just beating New York, who's been playing amazing. Played pretty good against Utah, just came out a little bit short. We got another big test tomorrow, but overall we're in a pretty good spot. So we're not panicking at all.
Mike Singer.
Hey, Mike, what's your relationship like with Jordan Clarkson, and do you like going up against him?
I mean, we're both, from Missouri. I grew up like a big fan of his because I was younger and he played at Mizzou, and I got to go watch his games, and I always that was one of my favorite players on the team. So we definitely have a pretty cool relationship. Whenever I'm out here in LA in the offseason, I see him around and we link up. But now I have nothing but respect for that dude. There was a lot of people saying out of Missouri that he wouldn't be that good of a pro, but you see what he's doing over there. He's ridiculously talented, and I think he should probably win Sixth Man of the Year. So nothing but respect for that dude.
All right, Mike, we have time for one more. We're going to end with Esteban Abed.
Hi, Mike from Córdoba, Argentina. Considering the physically was this game, do you think this was a biggest test from the playoff?
Us in Utah, we definitely have a history. Everybody know what happened last year in the playoffs. Jamal and Donovan had that historic playoff series, and we came back from 3-1. So this is definitely a little bit of a rivalry. So it's always going to be this physical when we match up. It's always going to be a good game. But we're excited to see them in the playoffs, hopefully down the road, because it's exciting to play against those guys.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.